nutritionist Annabelle. I am with
Hello,
us.
good morning.
Hi, good morning.
What a day. It's raining out
What
there.
a week.
What a week. Okay, well, today we're going to talk about something more alert. So to wake us up, give us a little wake up in such a monsoon season.
It's very important too.
Very important too.
Yeah.
So instead of talking about what to cook and what to eat today, I want to talk about what not to eat, especially when your furry baby is on medication. So, feeding animals medicine is one of the hardest things.
It's one of the hardest things in the world.
To do,
for
yeah,
sure.
to do. And, we're pretty much give up all the principles. Like, okay, for example, no white carbs, no rice, or no high-fat food or whatever. But if your baby only would accept that type of food as a medication bait, you would just give into it.
Yeah.
So now today we'll talk about seven food to avoid when you're on certain type of medication, when your baby as well. Well, some of them apply to human too.
Yeah.
So, number one.
Ta-da!
Now, before I start, I want to know, how do you feed your baby?
I tried everything.
Right.
So you can tell, like, as soon as you mentioned it, I was like just going through my memories, just all of the very
Painful.
difficult,
I know.
painful times of me feeding her medicine. So I think at first we used chicken.
Yes.
So just like chicken breast, and she loved it.
Yeah, not bad.
So she would just eat it all without even thinking. After a while, she got smart.
Yeah.
Because she's like, oh, this is just chicken. I've had it like for 2 weeks straight
I know.
before.
Oh my
I don't want it.
goodness.
and then I was like, okay, so I have to change. And then we did use banana, actually.
Yeah.
And then she was like, yay, banana. She ate it. And then obviously after a while, it does not work anymore. And then we also used the pill pockets.
Yeah.
Which is a snack that I personally feel like is like a ball of like just plastic and clay.
Yeah.
And so
But what was it? Was it antibiotic or,
it was I don't really remember, but antibiotic was definitely there's one of them. I don't remember how I gave it to her.
Yeah. Okay. Well, one of the most popular prescribed medication is antibiotics. It is being used in almost all sort of situations. So what we need to avoid is calcium-rich foods. This is really interesting because cheese actually is one of the most popular food that we use in Hong Kong to feed our babies medication. Yes, cheese, soft cheese, and I use that a lot, but not antibiotic. So
you can use cheese, but
you can use cheese in a lot of situations.
What kind of cheese? Does it matter?
Well, yeah, to me it does. I would want real cheese.
Yeah.
Real fermented cheese that you see only 1 to 2 ingredients. Usually is enzyme and milk.
So like basically if you go to the supermarket, a whole roll of cheese.
Whole roll, or you can even get
not the plastic cheese, the packaged
not
ones.
sliced cheese. Well, one sliced cheese that is acceptable is organic and real, but what the best is of course brie or camembert. But we're not using the whole block. Like just enough to cover the milk.
Just to hide it.
Yes, just to hide the sense of it. Yes.
Okay, I think the next time I'll use that.
Yes, I love to use cheese, but not antibiotic. So if you're taking medicine with antibiotic, try to skip cheese because there are certain because it's so calcium rich in cheese, it actually interacts with a type of enzyme in the antibiotic to cause blockage. So the body cannot digest and cannot break down the antibiotic. So therefore it doesn't work. Or maybe worse, it takes longer time to digest it. And when it's the next round, you actually double the dose. Staying within your body, it takes longer for you to digest that.
I have a question.
Yes.
So you can't use it to feed your dog the medicine at the same time.
No.
But can I feed it to her and then have cheese as a meal?
Yes, but not within 4 hours usually. But that's Well, I personally would just skip it for the day. But if this is just one of her favorite food, especially when she's ill, then at least 4 hours. Yeah, 4 hours is a good time margin.
Or actually, these days I specifically ask the vet for liquid antibiotics.
Yes.
And it's so much better.
So much better. And you can actually self-made it at home if it's not...
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if it's not
dissolve
allowed, dissolved it and stuff. So that's a really good way too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, it's really interesting because so if I cannot use cheese, what else can I use? And then some of the parents let me know that they watch like TikTok or Instagram saying that, I saw people using peanut butter.
That's wrong. I saw it too, and I was like, the first 2 seconds I was like, what a great idea.
Yes.
And then I was like, no, actually, why would you use peanut butter? A lot of humans are allergic to peanuts.
Yes, and actually to the dogs too. And it's one of the most found allergens in the dog's diet. But that's not the worst. The worst is, you know, in Hong Kong or in more advanced cities, sugar-free or pure or sort of organic peanut butter are very popular. But I do ask you to read the food label because a lot of them has xylitol in it, and xylitol actually is toxic to dog and cats too. So it's toxin. It's not good. It's not nice.
Can it kill them if they keep eating a lot of
if it's a certain amount, yes, but you if it doesn't, you wouldn't want to.
It'll just accumulate inside your body.
You wouldn't want to poison them when they're sick.
That's true.
And that's the opposite of what you want for them.
Yeah,
you want better wellness, but not like xylitol. So even human, where a lot of people found having this allergic reaction to xylitol. So it's not a new substance, but it's a substance that we try to avoid if we could, but certainly don't give your pet xylitol. It is found in peanut butter, jam, and all the spread.
Also jam.
It's so popular, especially when you see sugar-free or low sugar. Turn around, what makes it sweet? So turn around, look at the food label.
What about the like 0 sugar soda? Maybe. And I'm thinking I drank a lot of that.
Well, it's very interesting because when you say 0 sugar, what we're trying to avoid is a spike of our blood sugar, right? We want to keep our blood sugar stable. That's why we go for the 0 drinks, right? But
it's still so sweet.
Yes,
I wonder what is this?
The sweetener they use in all brand. I haven't seen anything without them. Actually, still spike your blood sugar.
Oh,
so they passed the test of not having sugar in it. That's true, but I think sugar is less evil compared to the substance that your body cannot recognize.
Yeah, that's true.
And they call it sugar alcohol. So sugar alcohol is not considered sugar, but it's sugar alcohol. So
back to the laws and all the loopholes, which I do understand, and it's ridiculous.
And yes, well, we do what we can do. I should make a T-shirt out of it. Like we do what we can, and apple cider vinegar, and we do what we can do. But you know, sometimes the most ridiculous thing is when you introduce the best product, actually is one of the worst that you can use. And like, for example, the sugar-free or sugar-free, pet-friendly peanut butter. That is filled with xylitol. How do they not know? Or take, for example, dry avocados. Everybody knows that the outside of the avocado, the greener part, it's poisoned to dog. And then
I just know that avocado is just not good for dogs.
It's not perfect. It's not nice at all.
So
anyways, like there's a lot of strange ideas. And another thing is peel pocket. You know, to a lot of parents that don't usually consider whole food, they would just prefer grab a packet of the best solution. Okay, this is
I did that too. So
peel pocket, and I bought it once, and I tried it myself, and I just go, throw it just straight to the bin. It's just not acceptable. I feel like I was chewing rubber.
Yeah,
like eraser.
You feel it as soon as you take it out of the package.
Yes. And wow, like the ingredient list, if you look at the ingredient list, it's like a production team of a movie, right? It's like more than almost 100 ingredients in it, and included a lot of things that you couldn't imagine being in food, like gums, a lot of gums that are used in industrial,
Is
like
there
cosmetic and stuff.
thing that's similar to like rubber?
Yes, absolutely.
Because it just feels like rubber, plastic kind of thing.
Absolutely, and well, I'm certain that there are really good pill pockets that I haven't seen. I'm not saying all of them are bad, but so far the popular ones that I see in the market, I don't see them doing any good to your babies. The color, the sodium. So not to talk about the chemicals. Like, what about the sodium and the sugar? It's just so difficult to break down and all that. And especially, the common reason that your baby is taking medicine usually is like heart, blood pressure. If it's chronic disease, heart, blood pressure, or renal problem, or liver problem. And these high sodium, high sugar thing does no good to any of these conditions. And even if it's not chronic disease, just having this inflammation, sugar is the main fuel to the inflammation. Why would you use that? That's a thing. And so we know bananas. It's one of the popular food. Banana, it's good, not a bad thing.
Because it's easy to hide
it's
the pill
easy
too.
to hide, and it's cold, it's lovely, and it's sweet. And but you have to pay attention if your baby is suffering from heart disease or high blood pressure, and is on medications that helping him with the regulating the blood pressure and stuff. Please do not feed too much banana, or when you take the pill, do not feed it with the peel together, or just cut it out at all, because it's potassium rich, so rich that it cancels out all the effect it's trying to do to the body. So that's very important too. Yeah. So what's good is cooked food actually is good. Some people would use raw food to hide the pill, like minced beef or minced lamb and all that. That's good too. Yeah. So consider that. And if your baby is too small, because everyone is different, every individual is different. Some dogs and cats, they prefer cold thing. Some parents, they like to use egg yolk. Cold egg yolk, they boil an egg, and they only take the egg yolk, because a lot of babies only take the yolk.
Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to.
They're very smart.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I boiled an egg. I chopped it up.
Yes.
Put it into the bowl.
Yes.
And she picked out all the egg whites.
Yes.
Onto the floor.
Yes.
And just ate the yolk, and I was so mad.
That's a goodness. Well, in nature, when they eat egg, they would just, they swallow the egg, they swallow the whole egg, and the egg white help them to slide down the egg yolk, to wash it down. But actually, that's not the goal. The goal is the yolk.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the animals that are inside, right?
Should I feed her raw eggs then?
Well, in Hong Kong, that's probably not a good idea. Well,
if I find like organic.
No, not a good idea in Hong Kong. Well, egg is another problem, because we're not, to start with, we're not supposed to, the best eggs we can get is the eggs that we get locally, because they're not supposed to be washed. But without washing, it's so difficult to pass the safety control. So after it is washed, it's exposed, because when we see the eggshell, it looks like a shell, but actually it has a lot of millions of tiny holes in it. It is constantly interacting with the environment. It's breathing, and egg is breathing. So, but not as much that we notice it. But it's absolutely not like a waterproof shell. It should be. We think it is. No, it should be. So after washing it, to keep it sting-free, like keep it smells good and fresh, sometimes they would use certain type of substance in the water. And usually on a good day they stay on the shell, but if it stays in the supermarket for too long, it couldn't help but get in the egg just a little bit. And I'm trying to be, find the best of the best food here, but it wouldn't be such a first world problem that we're talking about here, but now I'm so glad that we have food. So talking about raw eggs, no, that's a big no-no unless you're in Japan or in the UK, or
so best cook it.
Yes, or country that with their own farm that has a label on it says it's okay to eat raw. To be eaten raw, this eggs to be eaten is perfect for eating raw.
So just not Hong Kong, basically.
No. Even in Hong Kong, in some supermarket, you can actually get Japanese egg that can be eaten raw. But consider the transportation and cross contamination and stuff. So There are places that in Hong Kong I would feel comfortable eating raw egg is the raw egg restaurant or some hotel that they do have a really high standard of food control and stuff. Especially before the pandemic. Eggs are fresh because it's running out of eggs every day. We have fresh shipment every day, but these days things have changed.
So, actually, I think quite a few people I know got food poisoning as soon as the government lifted the restrictions. And I kind of feel like maybe it has something to do with restaurants being closed and keeping food for too long. Because it's kind of weird that like quite a few people I know got food poisoning at the same time. So.
And there's nothing they can do about it. It's not, sometimes, when things happen, is that, there's only that much the government can do.
Okay, back to what we were talking about. It's so far from our topic.
I know, as usual.
Yes.
Okay, so another thing is, I don't know, like some, citrus, when we talk about citrus, like grapefruit, orange, and lime, these fruits are not one of the most popular food among canine or even feline, but there's some pets in Hong Kong. I don't know how they developed this type of taste bud. They actually love pomelo and
my dog
grapefruit.
Loves orange.
Oh my!
But I've actually never fed her grapefruit before, so I don't really know if she likes it.
Okay. But it's not harmful. But don't stay away from the super sweet one. Moderation, which is fine, but not a must in the diet. Especially when you're feeding your animal medications, try to stay away from these food. Not just because of the acid. It's because they have a special enzyme that only exists in citrus. That in a sunny day, in a good day to our human body, is great. It helps to protect our intestine wall, and it helps to break down the fat. It helps us to get rid of the pollution, all good. But in an animal body, when it's on medication, it helped the animals to block out all the medications. So it slowed down the breakdown of the medicine, especially heart medicine. Cholesterol lowering medicine. So we try to, because when you see cholesterol lowering and grapefruit, and people say, okay, maybe I double the effect, I want to lower the cholesterol, what's best to feed it with lemon or grapefruit, right? Great plan. But no, actually no, it blocks out the effect. And what's worse, as I mentioned before, it takes longer time, more hours or even days to break down the medicine, but you're taking it a few times per day, so the side effect of the medication is being blocked or delayed too. Still come, but delay. So it's this overdose and stuff. It's really interesting because all these food are so easy to find and so accessible. And when I talk to my customers, that I actually have a list of this. I let them read it, but they're so surprised that when they receive this medication, nobody told them not to avoid certain
Yeah, that's
food.
true. I was just saying people maybe should start asking their vet.
Yes.
Like, okay, now I have this. What should I use to feed my dog? Is there anything I can't use?
It's written on the original box of the medications that they prescribed, but in a small pocket, it probably doesn't mention it in that details. Or maybe it does, but there's the communication. Well, the message was not delivered to the customers or to the parents. Maybe there's a small line of,
Honestly, I feel like those places, the clinics are super busy all the time.
Yes.
So, but these days, I don't really feed my dog with anything. I just dissolve the medicine in hot water, and I just put it in a syringe and just stick it in her throat.
That's the best. That's the best.
She hates me afterwards for 10 minutes, but that's fine.
Well, we're Asian. Like, we understand tough love.
Yeah,
that's a joke, but...
I do understand tough love. Me and you.
Me and you. Like, I would totally do that kind of thing. Especially when I'm,
I slap you because I love you kind of thing.
I don't slap puppy, yes, but I don't.
Well, not puppies, humans. Sometimes you just gotta slap them, though.
Yeah, I meant to slap them, like, multiple times, many times during the day.
No, I can't. I tried to get mad at my dog, but I just couldn't.
No, dogs are they're angels. Even the difficult ones. I don't know why is it so easy to have this empathy for animals, but that I don't have for humans. What's wrong with me?
Virtual high five. But the thing is, I don't think there's anything wrong with me.
No, I don't think so. Like, even when we look at the most vicious dog, that all I see is, it must have gone through something horrible. It's the human. Anyway,
it's also not related. Actually, we've been talking for 21 minutes.
Oh, we have?
And we do want to finish.
Okay, I have two more.
Actually, why don't we go to a song just for like a short break?
Let's go back.
And then we'll come back to finish the other two. And after a song, we're back. Yeah, so we still have two more types of food to talk about.
Type of food and some of the most popular medication, allergy pills. Pills for allergy, like the skin or certain food allergy, and it is a bad idea to feed it with honey. So fortunately, honey is not one of the most popular medicine bait for dogs and cats, but we do have parents in Hong Kong. The parents I encounter with, they will give the babies the best honey, the most expensive honey. There's a lot of health benefit when it comes to money. If you honey, if you
when it comes to money,
honey. So if you believe in it, and I do, some of the honey, but something about honey is it helps you advance the circulation. And it brings you all the health benefits, better oxygen intake even. But when you're on allergy medication, you want the medicine to stay in the body so they could continue to protect or disable certain sensor or to protect you. Different medication works differently. But by feeding honey, it actually helps you to flush out the medication faster. Instead of staying in the gut, it brings the medicine into your bloodstream. So it doesn't work as well. And when it comes to allergy medication, it could be dangerous. And
why is that?
Because you think you're safe and you're not.
Oh yeah, you've taken the allergy pill thinking you can do whatever it is that you want to do.
Exactly. And also, not to mention some honey, they're not very pure with pesticides in it. And
they have pesticides in the honey.
Of course. Why would they get... Yes, of course, but not all. Some of them. They got honey from flowers and fruit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, right? So... by collecting nectar from those flowers, they need to guarantee that there are enough flowers and enough fruit, right? And how do you guarantee that? We're just human, and we use what we think and what regulations think is approved that is safe to protect the property or the income or the production of such thing, so we can have enough food. So that's a not a problem, but more like a scenario that natural scenario now it becomes. So more cinnamon.
Okay.
I know, like, cinnamon is good for dogs, but not one of the most popular food ingredients in Hong Kong. But did you know that the babies in Hong Kong, they love baked goods?
They love
baked goods.
Well, my dog likes bread.
Bread.
But other than like the plain white or like sometimes with other grains.
Yes.
I don't give her anything else.
They love bread, and they love cakes, bread, biscuits, scone, and all that. And we're saying that a little bit of that is not an issue, and cinnamon is not evil. It is good. But the thing is, if you're on medication for blood thinning, or blood pressure regulating medicine, you have to stay away from that, because cinnamon itself already has that function to help you to lower your blood level, your blood pressure, your cholesterol level in the long run. And by eating I wouldn't say double dosing it, but it is too much. It can easily be too much. And always read the food label and see, even if you're getting bread or just a piece of cake, look at the food label and see if there's cinnamon in it. If there is, try to stay away from that. And that's all for today.
Seems like it's mostly dogs that are on like heart-related medication has a lot of issues.
Yeah, because you have to take it every day, sometimes few times a day. And if anything it's bad, it accumulates. And you keep repeating it every day, it becomes a bigger problem in the long run. Yes, and that's that.
Yeah, that's true. So my way of feeding medicine to my dog
actually is
very
good. Yes. I'm so proud.
No, it's just like after years of just all this pain that I feel like I have to cause us. It's so nice to finally like figure out a way.
Yes, and it breaks your heart that when your dog look at you like they hate you.
Yeah. But I think she understands. I think she understands that taking this makes her better.
I hope so.
In a way. Yeah.
I hope so. Well, a massage always help.
Yeah. Kisses. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Thank you for having me. I'll see you next week.